Hello, everybody. Very tired here. Welcome back to the Collective Word. Today, I'm going to be reacting to current. I I messed up my intro big time. This is Current 93. This is where the long shadows fall. Now, this is part of a trilogy called The Inmost Light, and there is this, which is an EP, which is also called Before the Inmost Light, obviously. Then there is what's it has two names. There is Before the Inmost Light, and there's the Inmost Light, which is also known as something to do with horses, I think. Something to do with horses, which is a full album. And then there's another EP, which is just called, After the Inmost Light, and it's also whatever. Point is, there's an EP, there's an album, then another EP, and right now, I'm gonna be reacting to the first EP, the first step in this trilogy. Now, what I'm going to do, because this is just how I'm gonna do how I've had to do this from a lot of aspects, on my end, ADHD, time, just a lot of things, right? I'm going to react to this first. I'm not going to release it. I'm just going to have it archived, then react to the album, then react to the last EP, and then release them all at once into one thing. Well, not one thing. There'll be three separate videos, but I'm going to release them at the same time. So, I'm recording this 6:05, August 27th. It's on a Sunday. I'm very tired. Yeah, Jesus, my brain is half functioning. Got scammed out of money again by internet companies. Oh boy, I love my internet. When my internet don't work and it costs 5 times as much, so I ran out of money again until the month was over. So that being said, wanna support on Patreon? That'd be really cool, but you don't have to. Any reactions that are blocked will be posted there for free. But if you want to support the channel, because I do this just out of I want to, that's literally it. And there is many months and many days where I don't want to, but I push myself anyways. So if you want to make it easier on me, if you like what I do here and bringing new artists to light and all that kind of stuff, and yeah, sure, consider supporting, whatever. I'm tangenting again. My brain is half working. We're gonna get on with this. I'm going to. My brain is flatlining. Whatever. Yes, we're gonna do this. Okay, so let's get this started. I have it on mute so I can do thumbnail things. Okay. I'm an idiot. So Current 93 is a experimental. From what I understand, they are an experimental folk band. They got some elements of noise in there, some psychedelia a little bit. I don't have a lot of context for them. I just know from what little I've heard, which is Twilight, Neil off of Inmost Light. And then I've heard the very infamous Special Plan for This World. I've got a special plan for this world. I've heard that. I'm actually been playing that. Funny enough, to go to sleep to the past week or so. So I'm getting more familiar with that one. And I've also heard Hitler is Kalki. That one, Kalki. Yeah. So I've heard Hitler is Kalki too, off of a completely different album than this. And from my initial perspective, I love Swans. I really do. It seems like Swans. It seems like Swans with a folk twist to it, and I feel like with Michael Giras, the main brain of Swans, the side project Angels of Light, it's purely like Americana folk stuff. Current 93 feels like a very nice mix between the two, where it's got some folky elements, but it's also got elements of what I've heard from albums like Soundtracks to the Blind and the seer and those kinds of elements to it, maybe even leaving meaning and stuff. And of course, it's the Burning World because it's closest folk we're gonna get, and so I'm very excited to hear this and this whole trilogy. I hope it's good. It seems to be at least the Innermost Light itself. The actual album seems to be a very big album of theirs. I mean, when you look at besides I have Special Plan of This World, when you look up this band, that's the album cover that usually pops up all the time, which is usually the case for a band and the most popular album. That's the thing you see all the time associated with the band. And when I saw it was a trilogy, I wanted to react to the whole trilogy, not just the album. And from what little I've seen, it seems like I'm gonna like the EPs more, because the EPs are just one big long song each, and they both seem a bit more. Because what I did is I listened to I would skip, not skip. I played like 3 different parts for like 5 seconds to get like a vibe to see if it was what it was about, and it seems very psychedelic, experimental, folky, whatever, and it seems like I'm going to enjoy the EPs rather than the album. But I'm getting into things way more than I should. Let's start with the actual thing. Let's start with the actual thing. From what I remember reading somewhere that apparently this guy it's a bit cut off. Ooh. Alessandro Moreschi. I'm gonna stop this for a second. I'm sorry. He's apparently the only recorded. I think it was only recorded castrato, which I don't know what that is, but I assume it's some kind of singing thing. But apparently it's like an ode to him or something like that. And that sample, I think, is him. I'm pretty sure. One second. I want to turn my air off so I can hear this. I had my air conditioner on. I want to turn that off. There's stuff on this because I wanted to hear this more clearly, because this does sound like it's going to be really good. Alright, actually starting now. I've also heard that the both EPs reference parts on the album many times, lyrically speaking. Ow. Damn it. Fan also too loud. I apologize. Now, okay. Damn it. I feel really bad right now. Damn it. Need to give us proper respect, and I keep not doing that. I will say the artwork is very nice. I love the painting. Some nice sound work so far. I can't tell if he's if they're in the back if they're saying something specific or if it's just like, you know, just random. I can't tell if it's like a name or if they're saying like, you know, like there's oohs and ahs or so. Nice. There's choir vocals in the back, I think. There they are. The sample is like slightly out of time on the second half of it. Yeah, it's slightly off, and it adds to like the eeriness in a way. This is a very like eerily beautiful piece, though. It's not purely eerie. It's very like, I don't know. It's like an eerie tranquilness. More words. I'll look up the lyrics on my phone. Oh, so you said Black Mirror, so I wonder if the, because obviously the show, right? I wonder if that's like an actual like thing in like mythology or something. Black Mirror. Breathing lyrics is somewhat unsettling. It's very intimate, almost piece. I'm getting the lyrics up here on my phone so I can read them. Flies. I don't know if those. I don't know if those are horns, but whatever those are, those sound incredibly nice when they come in, very pulsing, kind of. piano and the bass in the back very quietly. They sound like horns, but like detuned or something. That bass in the back is very pulsing, heartbeat kind of thing. It's very interesting. It's not exactly building, but like... It's not exactly building, but it's kind of like... The piece itself is pulsing. It's very minimalist, but every piece is kind of working together. And there's times where it's times where it feels like there's... I don't know how to explain it, really. I'm trying to focus as well. But there's definitely times that are quieter and more full in this piece. And it's pulsing back and forth very slowly over the course of minutes. But certain things like the bass and that vocal sample in the back are constants. I don't know if everything is on a timer. It's different timers, like one's every 28 bars or one's every 15 bars. Or if they're just like, or if they're all 4/4, if it's all random, but like, it's very interesting. I want to make sure it's not on loop. Also, already halfway through it, does not really feel like it. The chimes are nice. There's not a lot to talk about composition-wise because it's kind of the same things repeating. That gives me a slight like old Zelda vibe, somewhat. Link to the Past, I think. Can't remember. The one where your uncle's dead or whatever. At the start. There's a concept I heard a while ago of a subconscious hook where you have something repeat over and over, like a rhythm over and over and over, and it's just always there in the back, right? Not a rhythm, but like a part, you know? It could be like, you know, like in this context, it would be the vocal sample on that bass, where even if you can't hear it, it's always there, and your brain can tell it's there. You know, hence subconscious hook. where it establishes itself, and even if it gets moved to the back or is, you know, overtaken by other sounds, it's still there, and your brain can still recognize that it's there. Yeah. On the site I'm on, the lyrics aren't all there. They just kind of stopped at this point. Well, I want to keep focusing on this while put that to the side for now, so I can focus on this. I don't even say Zelda, because it's like an old school Nintendo vibe, because even certain Earthbound has a slight Earthbound vibes to it too. I wonder if they're saying, I assume they're saying something. I don't know if it's like Latin or like German maybe. I don't know what that would be. This would be really great if you had some surround sound, like speakers, or like really good sound system in like a room, like a soundproof room and a bed. You just lie down and you just play this loud and let these pulses of like horns just like wash over you. I think certain parts are getting slower. Because that time, that horn sample or so, whatever that is. There's again. Yeah, they're getting slower. It's like the whole thing's... Not the whole thing, but some of it is slowing down. I read somewhere else that at the end of the song, apparently, the very end, there is I think you hear him say that. I think the why can't we walk away in like the background very quietly, like it's barely audible, but that was right there, which is so strange. Because before it was kind of that's really interesting. Hold on, I want to catch this if there's anything. If there's something I want to catch it right now. Okay, suppose there's a hidden track. I want to talk about this first. It's very interesting because the whole thing was kind of very eerily tranquil, and then they at the very end they took away the sample and that little the bass note that was like that the I was talking about before the subconscious hook, right? They took away that sample and that bass, and just that alone, all of a sudden it became way more tranquil and way more like calming, and actually like took on a brighter sound. I don't think they did anything with the choir vocals, like theory wise. I don't think they changed any keys. It's just a matter they took the other stuff out and it changed the vibe and like shifted the vibe in the key. That was very interesting. That was very, very well done. And I want to keep this going because I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, I'm breaking the immersion. I'm sorry. I'm breaking the immersion. Sorry. But we're at minute 16 of 19, and apparently there's a hidden track, so I want to keep this going. It's just silence for now, as you know. All hidden tracks are like. I don't want to skip it either. I want it to come on naturally. Because listening's in the proper setting. When you're like on your bed zoning out or so, you'd be pretty relaxed and zoned out at this point. So I want it to like just naturally come out. It was a very fascinating piece, though I will say that. It's definitely going into playlists. That was really nice. That was really nice. Taking a long time for this bonus track, isn't it? I checked before and there was a track here. It's pretty far in though. What is this? Less than a minute left. I thought there was more than that for the bonus track. Is there not? There should be something here. There should be. Oh.
A voice whispers
There it is.
to me and says nothing. Nothing. There is nothing.
Oh, Jesus. Fucking EP jump scare. I have them on a list. Apparently, oh, whatever. Sorry for that. Whoops. I'm a mess right now. Jesus. All right. So let's turn this off. Turn this. Do this. All right. Cool. So, That was really amazing. I liked that a lot. I really did. I feel like that was spectacular. That was really amazing. Um, it does remind me of Swans, especially because in the only context I have this band is there's this. Um, reminds me of Swans in a good way, by the way. Um, because it reminds me of the only context I have for this band is this. I have Twilight, Neil, Neil. I have uh, I have a special plan for this world, which I feel like is most people's gateway to this band. To be honest, that's like their most talked about thing, at least in certain circles. And then there's Hitler is Kalki, and it really does give me like I'm not an expert on this band, but I know apparently they're a very I I know they're apparently a well respected band, and it's one of those bands where like if someone says like, "Oh yeah, I listen to this band," like immediately there's like a respect level there. Like people who listen to this band, quote unquote, have taste. You know what I mean? Have taste. You know what I mean? Like this is definitely like I don't know how to explain it well, but this is a very um very well respected group, and listening to them, if you're a fan of them, does mean something in certain circles, right? It's almost like if like when people say like when you say you're a fan of like let's say of Tool or like anime music or soundtracks or I don't know like there's certain connotations, right? And this band has a very respectful one. Like if you from what I've seen, right? And same thing with Swans, right? Like you don't like these bands in these groups, Swans and these guys, unless you like music as a whole. Like there's like almost how Dream Theater is like a musician band. These are musician bands. Yeah, you don't listen to these unless you really look for this and you take it face value and you're not judging it and you're being very open about it and just letting the music kind of take you because you have to dig so deep for this stuff, right? Like it's either you have people that are going to be fans of it or that's kind of it. You're not going to have many people who know them and not like them. And I'm kind of tangenting a bit, but the point I was going to say is that like um I don't have a lot of context for the band, but I feel like if I dive into them more, I will like them a lot. And I don't listen to folk music at all. I actually didn't even know till researching this band a bit that apparently the whole point of folk music is like a first person narrative kind of thing, like they're talking and telling stories to you. Almost in a camp, which makes me think like a campfire esque kind of thing, and again, which reminds me with Swan's albums like The Seer, right? It has a very campfire esque mood to me, certain tracks of it, right? And I'm a massive Swans fan. I got pretty much all their albums back there on CD. I feel like this band gives me um it's how to explain this. I don't mean this as an insult either. It's more so like um this gives me it's how to explain it. Damn it, I'm really failing in words at this point. But it sounds enough like Swans, but it's given me certain things that um I've wanted from Swans, haven't gotten for a while or at all. And how to explain this? Like there's definitely times where I want Swans to be more symphonic, more um because when they're drawn out stuff, it's not usually calm and drawn out. It's usually very heavy and drawn out usually, and I would love them to do something like this where it's very calm and tranquil and drawn out, and also this has the folk kind of side to it, right? And I feel like again, this is I'm really bad at my words sometimes. Other times I'm great at them, but it does give me. Damn it, I'm really bad at this. I'm sorry. I'm ranting a lot, but I'm also trying to process this. But it gives me Swan's vibes, which is a compliment, and it does some other cool things on top of that, and it really expands this kind of I I don't know how to put into words. I'm just gonna cut it, to be honest, because I keep saying the same thing and stuff. But and this is a video. People watch this. I mean, probably, you know. Um, so I'm gonna cut this here, because again, there is a part 2 and a part 3 that'll be released at the same time. I don't know if I'm gonna react to them all on the same day. I plan not to. That's why I was gonna archive them. But yeah, I'm gonna end this here, and if all goes well, in like an hour or so, you will get the part 2, which will be I think it's all the horses lined up or something. I don't remember. It's the whatever. Hold on, I can do this in 2 seconds, because I want to make sure I get this right. It is that's the album cover. Oh, damn it. I'm gonna pause this actually. All the pretty little horses. That's what it's called. That's what it is. That's gonna be the next video, which is this album right there. It's called The Inmost Light, but it whatever. It point is, that's the next video. I'm going to do it at some point. So I hope you stick around for that. Thanks. Yeah. No, it didn't stop.